there is no point in coming to Liverpool as a walk-in to purchase a Rolex unless you want donuts, delicious donuts and delicious cookies. This is what you have to do in 2025 to wear a luxury wristwatch in the United Kingdom. Welcome to Liverpool, welcome to the Albert Docks. Brenny is back in Liverpool. What could go wrong? Today's video is about Rolex. Just to give you a heads up, I spent 2 whole days watch shopping in Liverpool, and there are several more videos coming out soon. I found some incredible Rolex watches at incredible prices on the grey market. I saw this cable tie hack on Instagram and many viral videos. So I thought, let's test this. Let's put it to the test for Brenny's subscribers. Let's be the guinea pig and see if it actually works. Bit of a faff, guys, to be honest, bit of a faff. My daughter gifted me this Swiss Army knife for my birthday. It says, world's best dad. Maybe it should have come with instructions on how to find the bloody scissors. Oh, there it is. Right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, boom. Honestly, guys, I'm doing this to test it. I genuinely think it's a stupid idea done by stupid people for Instagram posts. After spending the day in Liverpool, I can assure you don't need camouflage for your luxury wristwatch. There is a lot of security in and around the centre of Liverpool. I felt pretty safe here. The reason I'm using this is when I'm holding my camera up, my dominant hand is my right hand, and I don't really want to be flashing my new Rolex Daytona. What didn't work is this stupid idea. I noticed it was missing after a couple of hours, and all it did was work its way down the watch onto the bracelet, off the clasp. Totally pointless. It's just one of them TikTok thingies, isn't it, where the people just create something for the sake of it. Don't waste your time with that rubbish, guys. It's ill-advised to wear a Rolex Daytona while you're out filming with a camera, making yourself a target. What I have done is I'm wearing a decoy watch, which is my children's toy Speedmaster, the Mars, on an Artem Hydroflex strap with a 20 to 16 mil taper. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I have come back to Liverpool today. My mission is to see if I can get a Rolex from an authorized dealer as a walk-in in August of 2025. Had a heads up from a subscriber who was in Liverpool 2 days ago and was offered an Explorer 36 and a Polar Explorer 2 as a walk-in. He does know the person who works in the shop, and she knows somebody else he knows, so maybe that's not entirely fair. What are they going to do to a random guy who walks in wearing a luxury Rolex Daytona? What are they going to offer that guy? I'm actually wearing 2 wristwatches today. One is a moon swatch on an Atom Hydroflex strap, and the second watch I'm wearing is my Rolex Daytona, guys. I know, I'm wearing a Daytona walking around the streets of Liverpool. What I have done, and I suggest you copy Brenny, is it's hiding in plain sight. Have a look at this, guys. This is what you have to do in 2025 to wear a luxury wristwatch in the United Kingdom. It is there, it is hidden under my fake wrist injury thingy. Whatever this is called, who knows? There's a funny story. The first time I used this, I was in McDonald's for lunch and my food was late. And when she put the food on the tray, she asked me, do you want me to carry it to your table? And I went, no, it's fine. And then I realized, because of the injury, in the center of Liverpool, there are 2 Rolex ADs and 1 Patek Philippe AD. The purpose of today is to see what I can get from a Rolex AD as a walk-in and from a Patek Philippe AD in August of 2025 in Liverpool. Honestly, we still don't think it's possible to get a Rolex as a walk-in, certainly not a hot Rolex. All the steels are still in very high demand. A lot of them are selling for below MSRP if you try to flip them. And I'm hoping that eventually the message will get out there to flippers: don't buy these watches anymore if you don't want to keep them. And then that'll open the doors to normal people who want to get a luxury wristwatch at MSRP. I'm at the Albert Docks, as you can see, and Liverpool 1 is straight across the road, and all the shops are in the same general location if you ever come to Liverpool. Right, let me crack on with this, shall we? Boodles is there for Patek Philippe, and the Rolex AD is just up there, and there's another Rolex AD down that way if you're ever coming to central Liverpool. We're now in the centre of Liverpool's shopping district. This is the first Rolex AD I visited, owned by Goldsmiths, which is Watches of Switzerland. I have been here many times in the past. A subscriber reached out to me and said, hey Brenny, I was here 2 days ago and that Polar Explorer was offered to me as a walk-in along with an Explorer 36. I thought, hey, let's go and see if I can snag myself a Polar Explorer. Can I be honest with you guys? What thoroughly pisses me off about Rolex ADs is you can clearly see a price, a watch, and no sign saying exhibition only. Therefore, you should be able to walk in and buy the watch. I thought to myself, let's ring Liverpool's trading standards. In the United Kingdom, we have a thing called trading standards. I think this is a case for trading standards to get involved in. You're advertising goods for sale, yet you refuse to sell them. I'm gonna go in there with the head of trading standards and make them sell me a Rolex. A hot Rolex. A Rolex I can buy and sell on the grey market for massive, massive profits. Only joking, guys. Just so you know, grey market prices are coming down by the month. I strongly advise you, if you want to get yourself a Rolex and you want to avoid all this horse poo, go to the grey market, reach out to this guy. Just to recap on Rolex, all the hot sports models are waitlist, and you're just better off going to the grey market. Don't mess about. It's just not worth the hassle, guys. It's not worth the hassle. My recommendation is reach out to Lee at Watches of the Vale. Tell him Brenny sent you, and he will take care of you. It's just a fact. If you want a hot steel Rolex sports watch, you're going to have to play the long game and the waiting game, which I will not do anymore. If I want a Rolex, I'll go to a trusted grey market dealer and I'll buy one. I might swap one of my watches for that watch, which means I'm spending less, guys. I'm saving money rather than spending money. I've just left that goldsmith's and they had a date just fluted on Jubilee white dial, and I just said, is it available? And the guy thought it was available, but when he asked, he got told no, it's exhibition only. There's still watches in goldsmith's windows that are all exhibition only. What that means is they can't sell it because they have to keep a certain amount of stock on the shelves or they get in trouble. A subscriber told me that AD had an Explorer 36 available to buy as a walk-in, and they do, guys. You can go in there as a walk-in and get a Rolex Explorer 36. I was also told that AD has a Polar Explorer available to purchase as a walk-in. I would have bought it on the spot. Spoke to a really nice guy, I'm not going to tell you his name, and he said that one wasn't available. Your friend was wrong, but we did have a black one and that was available. They had a black available to purchase this week, which means there's no wait list for that watch. If you're looking for a black Explorer 2, pop in there, express an interest, and you're highly likely to get the watch. With those kind of watches, guys, you're not allowed to go in and buy them straight off. They've got to keep the illusion that these watches are sought after. So what they'll do is they'll register your interest in the watch, even though it may or may not be in the back, and then a couple of weeks later they'll give you the call. So to recap, that shop has no steals available apart from a Explorer 36 and maybe the next black Explorer 2 that they get in stock is going to be available to a walk-in on his second visit to that Rolex AD. I hope this saves you guys a lot of time and energy going all the way into Liverpool for nothing. This Rolex AD is owned by a company called DMR. I had a much better shopping experience at this Rolex AD. That watch is one of Brenny's Grail watches. Reason being, the white gold is not so obvious. It just looks like a steel Rolex under the radar watch. Totally honest with you guys, I didn't ask about two-tone watches. I'm going to assume they're like every other Rolex AD. Two-tones and gold Rolexes are hard to sell at MSRP at the moment. So if you want a two-tone Rolex or an all-gold Rolex, take it as standard. You can just walk in and buy it. The Explorer 36 and two-tone will be also available as a walk-in. Sky Dwellers on Oyster Flex, Sky Dwellers on two-tone bracelets, all gold Sky Dwellers, and most two-tone Datejust are available as a walk-in. I've just left that Rolex AD and the experience was a lot more fruitful. I could have purchased an Explorer 2 black dial on the spot, no waiting. I believe it's 8,000, is it £650? That watch could have been mine. To double down on that, for a 20% deposit, I could have had the next Polar Explorer 2 that they got in stock. But that's it, guys. Nothing else available as a walk-in in Liverpool. What I did get to see in the flesh was the new Blue Dial OP, and it wasn't for me, guys. It is stunning, and if you want a blue watch, that's the one to get. Another thing I noticed about the OPs is that the winder is so much bigger on the latest version than the one I have. And that's not for me either. It's good to see these watches in the flesh so you can know whether you like it or not and whether it's worth getting on the grey market. Every other watch in there is a closed list, and there is no point in coming to Liverpool as a walk-in to purchase a Rolex unless you want an Explorer 2 black dial or a Polar Explorer. I hope this helps save one of you wasting your time. One day I will add a Breitling to my collection. I love Breitlings, but they're just not there yet as far as I'm concerned. Thought it'd be good to have a look at the latest watch from Breitling, which is the Top Time. What an absolute piece of garbage. Who the hell designed this watch? It has zero redeeming features. Look at it. It's absolutely hideous. What an absolute monstrosity. What the Now, Brenny, that's not good behaviour. Please, Brenny, try and find something you like about this watch. Come on, Brenny, you can do it. Okay, I've got it. It's green. Time for a well-deserved coffee and a donut. And maybe a cookie. Oh my God! What are you doing, Brenny? There's no way, Brenny. Brenny, what are you doing? Who told you it was a good idea to buy 3 cakes? And that cup of coffee was spectacular. Right, guys, my wife said to me, you love donuts. And she sent me a link for this place. And I went overboard. That's a French fancy. That is a Bueno. I'm going to assume it's a Kinder Bueno. That's a cookie and it's pistachio. And I'm going to eat all 3. Okay, that's lovely. That's very nice. I don't know what's in. Can I ask what's inside of this? Is that some kind of a special cream? Vanilla frosting, thank you.
Thank you very much. The coffee was really good, thank you.
That's got vanilla frosting inside. I think 1 donut would have been enough. Let's try the coffee. One would have been enough. So, 2 Rolex ADs, and both struggling to sell Explorers. Let's try the cookie, shall we? You should have warned me, there's no way I can eat 3 of these. I'm going to be so ill today. I'm going to be running up and down the streets. Oh my gosh, so Moorish. Wow. Right, try the donut. I think I made a bit of a mistake here. That's nice. Go for the centre. Delicious. Okay. I really messed up, guys. My eyes are bigger than my belly. They all would have been enough. If I had to do it all again, I would have got the plain one. They're just too sickly for me. Definitely worth popping in. I failed miserably, guys. I've had to put the cookie, what's left of it, in a doggy bag, and I have sent the rest of that donut to the bin, I'm afraid. If you ever come here, don't do what I did. I don't feel too good. Not a good idea to order 3 cakes. What am I, 5? Right. What can I take from today's visit to Liverpool? Maybe it's true, guys. Maybe the watch market really is dead. The latest Omega is available to purchase as a walk-in, and the latest Tudor is available to purchase as a walk-in, and the latest Breitling is available to purchase as a walk-in. Still a big wait list for steel Rolexes. Will that ever change? I doubt it, guys. I think 1 or 2 of them will become available in time, or a lot cheaper on the grey market. Maybe the Datejust will become as easy to get as the Polar Explorer or the Explorer 2 or the standard Explorer 40 and the standard Explorer 36. Who knows? But the other brands, I wouldn't like to be in their situation. Imagine having brand new watches, brand new creations that nobody wants. Not a dangerous place to be. I have now got my Rolex on show in the cafe. Will I cover it up when I'm out and about? 100%. I bumped into a subscriber this morning. He was wearing a Pikachu. He watches all my videos, and I said to him, how have you insured that watch? And we talked about a couple of things, but I can assure you I don't think he was covered to wear that watch on the street. And that's something you guys need to factor in to your purchase decisions and your wearing decisions. Make sure you're properly insured with a separate company. My home insurance walking around cover is a separate policy, but that only covers me up to 15 grand. Anything above that, I would have to pay again elsewhere. Just something to factor in, guys. Yeah, so 2 Rolex ADs, and the only steel watches that were available are Explorer 2s. Polar, still popular, but the black one, nobody wants it apparently. Well, they do, but it's a slow seller. I reached out to my AD this morning to say, hey, you know, this is the situation. He said, we're similar. The black Explorer 2, they're now only ordering it in to order. They're not going out of their way to get that watch because it just sits there. It was at Goldsmiths for however long, and somebody bought it this week, and the one at DMR is sitting there available, and I could have left with that watch today. What's interesting is that for a 20% deposit, I could have the next Polar Explorer that comes in also. And yet Goldsmiths has one in the window, and they said to me, no, that's not for sale at the moment. I did say to the guy, hey, I'm back tomorrow, I'll pop in again, maybe you'll sell it to me tomorrow, let's see what happens. I can, however, get that Polar Explorer from my AD. My view on why the Black Explorer is not that popular, it's too similar in look to a Submariner, and people just want the Submariner. If you're going to get a black dial sports watch, they want the Submariner. Don't overlook that watch, it's a beautiful watch. Another thing that was incredible today was I saw in the flesh the Blue Dial OP. If you want a Blue Dial Rolex, Jesus, that watch is stunning. You will never get that watch from an AD, guys. Absolutely not, unless you're a big spender with a previous history. Yeah. So where to next? Who knows? I think I'm going to go to Patek Philippe next. I had a really good experience there last time I was there. There was a Boogles in Chester when I was there last week, and again, they were extremely friendly. So I'm looking forward to that, guys. I'll keep you posted.